What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. In the series so far, the judges have travelled the country, finding extraordinary homes worthy of a place in the final. Making the tough decisions are interior design legend Hugh Wallace, architect Declan O'Donnell, and textiles and homeware designer Helen James.
For me, this competition is all about celebrating bravery and bold decisions in your home.
I want to be impressed by the ingenuity of the people who live in the home.
When it gets down to it, budget has nothing to do with it. It's all about the creativity and the sense of the homeowner, because that's what makes a really good home.
Tonight, the judges travel to the west of Ireland to visit 3 more unique homes. Scoring them based on functionality, individuality and clever design, the home with the highest marks will earn a place in the final. But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. First, Jane Chambers and Miles Lambert moved to Sligo to set up their beachfront cafe Shells in 2009. They bought an 80-year-old bungalow and set about making it their perfect seaside abode.
We never lived here, we'd only ever spent the odd weekend here, but there was always something magical when we were here.
We can still go surfing every day.
Yeah, still go surfing after work. The house, when we got it, was in really poor state.
But we just loved that view so much and we fell in love with it.
When it came to doing our own house, we knew exactly what we wanted out of it.
We just kind of wanted to just be a bit bold with the house, have a few risks. We decided that we would do poured concrete counters, kitchen with a lot of heart and character, somewhere fun to be in.
Soon our home's going to become a family home, so we're expecting our first child in about 2 months.
I can't wait. One day I'll be able to skateboard in my house with my kid, my concrete floors. I think salvage pieces always have a story, and that's very important for our house. We found this guy who makes tables out of old basketball courts, and we got this table made up to fit a dozen people, and it worked really, really well.
We've chosen our main bathroom as a favourite part of the house. One of the key things is this, which is the original entrance to the house. So it brings everything together, the old cottage, new extension, industrial and salvage in one little space. We love living here. The house is purpose-built for our needs. Between the house and our location, you feel like you're on holiday when you're not in work.
The judges must now assess the home, armed only with the basic facts about the property and its owners.
We have a little roadside stone cottage.
In a fantastic location.
It's amazing. Let's go.
Wow.
It's a lovely uplifting feeling when you come in. You have a number of different heights going on here. You enter into this nice volume, it gets lower again, and then it goes up into this shape, embracing those views. There's a perception with bungalows that the ceiling heights are quite low. The complete opposite is the case here when you come in. What a terrific trick. Sloping that ceiling up, defined the space, allowed you to do the big picture windows, completely changed the space.
Very cool. I love all of the textures. You know, the exposed stone, the wood, the concrete floors.
Rough, smooth. That's when it gets interesting, because there's more than one layer. Every time you look at something, you're seeing something different.
I love this table. Isn't it fantastic?
What it reminds me of is the floor from one of those great nightclubs. Imagine the romance, the dancing that went on that table.
On that floor.
On that floor. You must remember the ballroom of romance.
Was that around in the 90s?
Ah, come on, baby. When you collect and you salvage items or products, they can either be naff or really perfect. This house, they're perfect. I just love these kitchen units. How about that now?
I can't believe that that actually has that mechanism in it, because it looks like something that will creak open, but it's not.
Dishwasher. I love it.
People think pictures are the only things that can go on the wall, but look how graphic those shapes look against the white. It's really, really clever.
You've got to respect people who make bold design decisions and carry that right through their home.
This was a decision, like, you couldn't change your mind.
With
This
not
is
at all.
here. It's a monolith, you know?
Yeah.
This is a poured concrete, solid worktop. It's not moving.
No.
So, like, you made the decision to put this here.
Staying.
Yeah. Wow, look at that incredible view.
this space. It's like a fourth room. You have lovely threshold detail, so you've got no step.
Fantastic. Look at the fire pit.
And then we have our shower.
Outdoor
Our
shower.
surfer's shower.
Surfers.
You can imagine they come here, rinse down, come to the fire, wrap up in a blanket and just breathe in that amazing view. It's great being in this space because they've been really clever.
They've really achieved a lovely, warm, cozy living space within this open plan area.
Works really well. And what I like is those industrial lights, which give the sort of total tone of the interior design of this space. And you either like it or you don't like it.
We are seeing it everywhere in bars and cafes. Everywhere I go, it's kind of in my face. So I would only question is, will it stand the test of time in your own home?
The industrial style that's been done here has been really carried out in great detail. In my view, won't age. And when the owners are in their 70s, they'll still be out surfing and they'll still enjoy this place.
I think they've been very conscious in this house in how they've displayed their personal effects. You're really getting a sense of their personality. It's all very curated, but it doesn't feel precious either. They've just got the balance spot on, I think.
And it is very tranquil. Having the bed here, looking back at that wall, is just terrific. You lie in the bed and you can order your breakfast.
Fantastic.
It's just fantastic.
I mean, you'll be bringing it in to me
I'll
on
be
a
bringing,
tray.
Helen, I'll bring you in breakfast. It's just super.
Bathroom.
Bathroom, and look. On a personal level, I am so thrilled that we have a favourite spot that's in a bathroom.
I'm quite surprised, actually, that this is their favourite spot. Because for me, there are other places in this home that are more unique and more amazing.
The fact that the bathroom is sort of a mini version of everything we've seen to date is fascinating. There's a whole warmth to this house and a comfort, which really makes it a home.
The home will now be marked out of 10. One score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
They've achieved a real sense of warmth with their use of natural materials, which they've repeated throughout the home, giving a lovely sense of fluidity and cohesion. I'm giving it a 9.
I have to congratulate the owners for pulling off a fantastic design using reclaimed material to curate a truly unique look and a fantastic functioning home. And I give it a 9.
This is a small house, but the homeowners put real thought into their design and their layout, and the size of the extension is just the right size to allow the open plan spaces to work. The sloped ceilings and picture windows have a huge impact on how those spaces feel, and that really impressed me.
Next up is a self-built Cobb house in Sligo. Architect Fela Butler and carpenter Colin Ritchie live with their children Dahi and Fia.
When we told people we were building with Cobb, the 2 things people thought is we were building an African mud hut or we were building a famine cottage.
It's going to wash away.
And then people were like, oh, it's actually a real house and it's actually quite a nice house. Cobb is subsoil, it's the stuff down beneath the topsoil, and you mix it with straw, and at the end of it you have a building material.
The kind of build itself took 3 years, really. It is labour intensive though, you got to be up for the job at hand. Being a carpenter really helped when it came to the woodwork side of building the house, and we made nearly everything from the kitchen to the stairs to the bunk beds.
You know what you're going to paint? Not yet?
That's the key element of the mud, I think, is the beautifulness that you can make out of it. It's just sculptural.
It's so expressive, isn't it? And personal. It's a house with personality, you know, like no other, I suppose.
Plus all locals think you're mad.
Yeah. When I designed it, I always describe it as it was this invisible mould, and as Colin filled it, you know, people could finally start to see what I'd always been able to see. I love this house.
She married the builder.
Wow. This is just like a fairy tale.
This is a non-traditional building in terms of its construction. It looks like a cob house, which is made from compacted earth and straw. That's what gives it its roundy shape.
Ah, it's very unusual. I've never seen a Cobb house before.
I've never been in one.
Neither have I.
Shall we go?
Yeah. Wow.
Amazing.
Isn't that view just great? This big window looking out onto that wonderland. And look, we have a sheepskin rug.
Oh, cozy. Sitting here by the fire with your cup of tea.
Very nice. This is a lifestyle choice, and you have to be really committed because these walls look like plaster, but don't forget, underneath that, it's built up of compacted earth that was put there by hand, probably by the owner's hand. And you have to be amazed, really, at the time and effort that goes into doing something like that.
It's different from what we do in terms
Yes.
of rigid drawings and lines. This is something that if you feel it should take a shape, you can make that shape and you can sort of knock down a bit and rebuild
Change
it.
it. Yeah.
It's soft when you're building it. It's like putty. So if you come up with an idea, it's a bit like marshmallow, you know, and you think, I want to put a bookcase in there. You just kind of squeeze it in and it fits.
I'm interested to see what the floor is.
Yeah. It looks like, I mean, is it some kind of compacted earth again? Maybe mud? Something else in it, maybe? You're having a taste? What's it like?
Mud and sand.
It's a bit gritty.
It's an earth floor.
And you think it's practical?
I don't know. I wonder, with kids, and you've got lots of nooks and crannies,
Yeah.
I wonder if it's difficult to keep clean.
Sweeping brush.
Yeah, job done.
A self-built project takes a huge amount of commitment. Never mind something like this, where you're actually building it with your bare hands. So much creativity, so much personality. That's what we're looking for in this competition.
I'm just kind of, you know, falling in love with it, you know, even though it isn't particularly my style.
Everything here is handmade. It's just fantastic to see how they've understood the materials, the knots and the colours and the textures really come out.
What is that? Oh, is that the fridge?
Isn't
Isn't
that
that
fantastic?
So the cold air comes in. Wow, you can really feel
it's properly
cold.
freezing,
Yeah.
I genuinely, having visited this house, would like to find out about cobbing because it's become real for me.
Ah, kid's bedroom. Oh, look at that bunk bed.
That's a bunk bed. I used to have bunk beds when I was younger. They look nothing like this. And looking at this now, I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I had this.
It's like sleeping in a tree house every night, isn't
totally,
it?
yeah.
So much creativity, so much personality. This house is actually really, really clever, top to bottom.
Lovely glass treads to get the light in on that grate.
Wow.
Look at the scallop of that for the roof light. The cutout of it, how they've kind of chopped out that huge, big, thick roof. Huge amounts of light down to the staircase. Amazing.
I mean, this could have been a really awkward space because normally in this part of a house, you've got a corridor and you've got straight walls, but you've no straight lines up here. And you've got all of these rooms and shape converging here. Just feels magical.
It does, yeah. And look, it's their favourite spot.
It's a lookout tower, isn't it? You've just
Right
got
up.
green all the way from the windowsill to the mountain.
The shape of this house is really special.
This is the other side of the staircase we're seeing, but look, they've even undulated that so it's wavy and it's a different colour. It's an amazing kind of sensual experience to be up here and seeing it all of these shapes coming together.
And we have a whole Cobb world outside.
It's quite incredible. It's basically a mud hut.
Yeah, but this is an amazing product.
It's also a quite inexpensive way to build.
But there's time and love
Oh, yeah.
and commitment.
Yes. So what I'm really getting from this home is that everything that they've created, the little nooks and crannies, the furniture downstairs that looks like they made it, is really incredible. But the elements that they've brought in, the sofas and the furniture, just for me don't have the same impact.
This house wasn't built, it was sculpted, carved and moulded into a quite extraordinary family home. Using earth and straw is such a humble and honest way to build. There's personality and ingenuity in every stroke, and it's been a privilege just to come and visit. I'm giving it a 9.
I was absolutely enchanted. This is a truly unique, handmade home, and I have real admiration for what the homeowners have done here. I'm giving this home a 9.
Their mastery of the Cobb material is evident, and that's allowed them to create a great family home with really good design detailing, and the whole house is just seamless when you walk through it. I loved every nook and cranny of this home.
The third home is on the Connemara coastline. After renting this tranquil thatched, Karen O'Connor persuaded her landlady to sell her the cottage she now calls home.
I think there's something uplifting about a thatched cottage. The fact that it's so old and it's got all that history, culture, tradition. My own father, God rest him, grew up in a thatched cottage. I think there's something lovely about a natural roof like that. In the wintertime, it's lovely and warm. And in the summertime, it's lovely and cool. So when I moved in, all the big renovations had been done. It was really, I suppose, about putting my touch on the whole place in terms of the flooring, in terms of colours, kind of give a sense of being more room and a little bit more airy and all that. I wanted to kind of blend in different colours that I love from different places and still very much have that Irish feel. About 3-4 years ago, I decided that I really would love to build like a home office. And it just came together beautifully down beside the trees. I work from there part-time. There's a different feel to down there than there is to this house here. This is the heart of the house. And when I have friends and family in, this is where we relax, this is where we chat and have the crack. And then when I'm on my own, this is where I sit and have the half door open and let the sun stream in or the rain, whatever it is. So for that reason, this is my favourite spot. Well, one of my friends, when I told her I was going to call it Beach House, she started laughing. She said, "You can't see the beach." But it's that kind of dream of being beside the sea and that nice, easy life. There's something very special about it.
A lovely little cottage.
Gorgeous.
And I just love the detail on the top, holding down the thatch. My understanding is that that would have been different for each thatcher. So it's like their signature.
It's lovely.
It's very important that the thatch cottages that are left in this country are maintained, restored and used because they're part of our heritage.
Oh, lovely. It almost has a feeling of an East Coast American beach house with the whitewashed wood and the colour palette.
The whole thing is just very pretty.
Love the little splash of red here. It's a lovely big squishy sofa and it's actually their favourite spot. And it does look cosy. When you're sitting here, you get that lovely sense of the ceiling going up. So
And the chandelier.
And the chandelier.
You're thinking, what's a chandelier doing in a cottage like this? You wouldn't expect it to work, but it does because it's sitting in a volume which is very simple and painted in a warm white.
You can really see the whole history of this cottage when you look at the fireplace.
This is where everything happened. You know, the drying, the storytelling, and the cooking.
It would have actually been quite smoky, wouldn't it? So what a contrast this is to a dark, traditional, smoky cottage. And now we have this lovely, big, bright space.
I just love the tradition of the Sacred Heart because to me that sums up this cottage. You know, that it is about that respectfulness that's in this place. And there's a calmness here, which I think is terrific. A cottage like this evokes memories and emotions. And the fireplace and the way it's been restored in a respectful way, like the half door when you come in, the beams, is just really well done.
Kitchen space.
Well, it's an odd kitchen because you only have the cooker.
Yeah. To have a cooker without a sink beside it, I just don't know how I would use this kitchen. So I would have left this as a dining area. For me, this doesn't function at all.
The kitchen is in two halves, half here, half there. I know there's an element of compromise with the small footprint of the cottage, but this is not the solution. There's a better idea than this.
Even in a small space, zoning it correctly is fundamental to its function, and it can really make or break a space.
So here is the other half of the kitchen.
As you said, that should have been the dining area. The kitchen would have worked a lot better if it was all in this space.
Yeah.
It's a surprise, isn't it?
Makes it feel bigger.
Yeah, you're reflecting the open space back into that. Really works well.
Simple thing, but it's great being up here. It's a lovely vantage point for actually looking downstairs. Very odd to have that in a cottage.
This gives this house real wow factor.
I think people can be obsessed with trying to squeeze as much as they can into a house, and by that I mean rooms. Whereas this is a great example of if you make that sacrifice, the value that this puts back into the house is really impressive.
So we've got a big, bright, whitewashed bedroom, but it feels a little bit cold to me.
I think that's because it's a grey and also it's a higher gloss.
I think if you're going to keep the palette very minimal, then you need to add layers of texture to create that tension in a room, which gives your eye something to dance around, and that hasn't happened here.
There's another thing. You see the lace curtain and it ends up as a puddle on the floor, which is a dust collector. That's a real thing I hate.
Well, I actually really like the lace curtain, and I think it's very feminine, and that puddle on the ground, it's very romantic, and it is part of that whole relaxed, shabby chic kind of feeling. So I actually quite like the curtain, I have to say.
You're a romantic at heart, Helen.
I am.
This house should be on a postcard, but in this competition, that's not enough. The exterior is faultless. On the inside, there were some spaces that really worked, but equally, some that didn't. Overall, though, I thought it was a great little house and I'd easily found myself falling in love with it. I'm giving it a 7.
While some areas didn't work for me, I still feel this home is charming, comfortable and warm. I give it a 7.
I like that there's consistency in style throughout. However, I did have an issue with the functionality of a split kitchen, and for me, that just isn't practical.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see which home will come out on top. First, the Seaside Bungalow, where Declan held back his score.
This house had the slope ceiling, big picture windows, you know I love that. Outdoor fire pit, all about lifestyle, loads of character, great use of materials. I give it a 9.
Wow, 3 9s. We're in consensus. This house obviously grabbed all of us. The total of 27.
Next, Hugh reveals what he gave the Cobb house.
The way the Cobb was manipulated to put those light fittings in, that amazing fridge that worked. And then the house on top of that had this personality and warmth, and you just got the passion and love of the people who built this house. Because of that, I just gave it a 10.
Wow, top marks.
Yeah, totally justified as well. I think love is the right word.
A 10 and 2 9s is a total of 28.
And finally, Helen reveals what she gave the Thatched cottage.
A really cute, traditional thatch house. Great to have this in the competition. And I gave this home a 7.
I think it's a fair score for this home.
3 7s is a total of 21. So we have our winner for this week.
This Cobb house built out of the earth with such commitment and passion.
It was a joyous place to be, totally magic on the inside.
We all were enchanted by this house, weren't we? It put a spell on us. And I'm delighted that something so unique is in the final.
So the 5th home through is the Cobb house in Sligo. Next week, the search continues for Home of the Year. What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character will compete to be crowned Home of the Year. Each week, 3 homeowners open their doors to our expert judges, who must decide which one should go through to the final. Interior design legend Hugh Wallace has more than 30 years' experience in high-end design.
I love going into a home and I'm going, God, I'd never have thought of that. And it just works so well.
award-winning architect Declan O'Donnell is looking for homes designed for living.
What I don't want to say are homes that are effectively show homes, because they're for someone else, and that is exactly the opposite of what we're looking for in this competition.
Helen James, textiles and homeware designer, has a passion for unique interiors.
Size doesn't matter in this competition. In fact, the smaller the home, the smarter the homeowner has to be.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. This week, the judges will travel the country to visit 3 very different homes. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design, the judges will each score the homes out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. First, we're off to Kildare to a semi-detached home with a unique interior. Musician and hairstylist Ger Eaton lives with his wife Suzanne and children Jude and Bowie.
It's a visual expression of how my brain thinks. Probably is, to some extent, it's like a Willy Wonka's sort of crazy extension or something. Music is the starting point for everything for me. Psychedelia, colours, 60s, patterns, spills out into decor and into just lifestyle generally, I think for me. It's all connected.
I was given the one room to have as a calm room. Sometimes I just need that little bit of break away from colour and busyness.
I think anything that has style from today tends to be like a replica of something from the past. For me, it's why buy a replica when I can buy the original. That's my sort of philosophy, really. It's just keeping everything as original and authentic as possible.
We've decided to pick our main living room as our favourite spot in the house. We like to hang out here. There's a few key pieces here also. We've got the turquoise suite here, which came from the American Embassy in Dublin, so who knows what backside bay has sat on that over the years. It's just a great family space to hang out and have fun.
8. I think the judges might think, wow, because it seems to be a very popular response when people come in.
We call it like the Marmite house, really. It will be either a love or a hate thing.
I don't think I'd change anything. Wouldn't be allowed to change anything.
The judges must now assess the home, armed only with the basic facts about the property and its owners.
It's interesting that in Ireland during the 70s we had a penchant for mock Georgian, just a period I have a difficulty with.
It's really normal. We're in an estate, so I can only imagine what's behind the front door.
Well, let's go and see.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've ever had that reaction walking into anyone's house before. It was absolutely incredible. It was like stepping back in time.
Fantastic carpet on the staircase.
Wow, I can't wait to see what's in the rest of the house.
Let's go.
Fantastic. It's kind of overwhelming, isn't it, when you walk in, but it's just extraordinary.
I love it. I just think it's an absolute hoot.
Floor tiles are just
amazing.
Oh, I just love it.
This is an English Rose kitchen, which is a very famous brand.
It's actually really cool about the kitchen as well, is that it's got some really nice, clever details. Like this angle drawer, for example, means you can have a big, wide worktop, but you have a little bit more space on the ground to work around the kitchen. Really clever idea.
If it was slapdash and sloppy and the finish wasn't perfect, it would really fall down. But the fact that everything has been executed with real perfection really makes it work. Woo!
Look, weighing scales. How clever is that? Are you okay, Hugh?
Yes, I'm grand. I'm just.
Are you overwhelmed?
I'm just overwhelmed by it all, and I think it's amazing it's somebody's house. I find it quite emotional because it brought back memories of my parents who are both dead, and I just thought it was extraordinary how I felt. What I love is like this piece because that's my mother.
I think this is interesting as well, is because we have a modern fridge and a dishwasher.
Which you have to have.
But you couldn't just have your 2 modern appliances. You had to put your 70s fabric over it.
great room.
Wow. Fantastic. Their favourite spot.
It's easy to see why when you come into here, great big volume. This is obviously where the family kind of all must come in and sit down.
What a great
Big
couch.
sofa. Oh, it's really cozy.
Got a lovely 1970s computer, which says, "Hope you like Marmite." Do you think that's a message for us?
As in, you'll either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
What's great about these big sliding doors is it enables you to break the space up and use it in different ways. It can be open plan and they can close it and separate the rooms. What I really love is that if you pull the style out of this space, it still functions really well. This is actually the extension. You know, they have extended this house. The kitchen, this open plan area, and the mezzanine level is all an extension to the original footprint of the house.
Yeah, they've actually sacrificed an upper level in order to get this openness, which I just think makes this space wow. Kind of disappointing.
Yes, well, that's not what we expected, is
No,
it?
this is not what I was expecting at all.
The owners have made such a bold statement everywhere else in the house. When you come in here, it hasn't been followed through, and I'm disappointed by that. God, look at that bed.
We used to have that duvet cover in my house in brown.
These people just love collecting pieces.
Yeah.
I can't help feeling that I'm in a bit of a Hollywood movie set. It's kind of beginning to wear me down a little bit. I mean, I love it. It's been done really, really well, but I just wonder how long you could spend here.
From my point of view, it's just all a bit much. And I think that a little bit more restraint would have been great here.
It ticks a lot of boxes of what I'm looking for, which is uniqueness and individuality and personality. That's what I'm looking for in this competition.
Having had an experience which is like a cacophony of colour and bits and pieces, I just need to have a little nap.
They must now individually score the home out of 10. They won't know what their fellow judges have awarded until they've seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
This house was a nostalgic trip to a different era, all hidden behind an unassuming front elevation. The owners are all about quality and have assembled a really amazing and unique family home, bursting with personality. I'm not sure if I could live here because it's not for everyone, but I certainly enjoyed visiting. I'm going to give it an 8.
I love the surprise of entering this home and my reaction to the decor, which brought me back to happy and emotional time of my childhood. While I loved it, on reflection, I found it a bit overwhelming at times. I give it a 7.
There's an amazing commitment to personal style. They've taken something quite normal and made it exceptional. It clearly functions as a family home, and I couldn't help but feel the love.
Next, we're off to Wicklow, where Jean McSherry lives with her partner Mark. Set aside a river, the home is a haven for nature, something that's close to Jean's heart.
I bought the cottage in 2005. I was totally transfixed by the actual location. Shortly after I bought this cottage, I collapsed. I was diagnosed with advanced cancer and I was given a very poor prognosis. And I decided that if I wasn't going to live that time, I was going to create something that was so beautiful, that would leave a beautiful mark behind me. What started as a renovation and extension ended up as a new build. It was very important to me that the cottage and the layout and the colours and the texture blended with the Wicklow landscape. This is one of the most relaxing rooms in the cottage. There's lots of books here to read and lots of lovely sofas to relax on.
And I love to do the fire when it's cold, get the room cosy for the evening.
I call this the cuddle room. I didn't want it to be like a museum where you walk in and you're ready to sit down on the sofa. This is my favourite spot in the whole cottage because when I wake up in the morning and look out the window, to me, this is heaven on earth.
Jean's an amazing woman to achieve what she has. It's not an easy task taking on a build of a house. She's got it spot on, 10 out of 10.
I'm very fortunate to have found and to have created such a beautiful place.
These 2 amazing trees are like a gateway,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Isn't it amazing to see a new build as a waterside cottage, beautiful stonework, lovely cut granite on the corner, and fantastic entrance door.
I think it's just enchanting.
Shall we go in?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
What a fantastic space.
This is country living, but what I actually like is that it's open plan as well.
There's a real eye for where things go. Lovely collection of plates. They're just fantastic.
I think it's really light and airy and fresh and clean. And I love that they have different tones of the same palette, picking out details like the doors are a slightly deeper shade. I think the palette is really nice.
This is a great room.
Wow, it's lovely to have windows on 3 sides overlooking the river.
What's great about this side of the open plan space is we're on the lower level here. They've changed the floor finish as well to wide timber, which really reinforces this feeling like another room.
When I come in here, I have these great bay windows bringing me out to look into the space, yet all the furniture, instead of looking at that view, I'm actually sitting here looking back.
We have about 10 or 12 different styles of cushion. There's just way too much going on. It's like Coco Chanel said, you know, before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take off one accessory. You should do the same thing in your house, especially if you're going for that country cottage look, which has a danger of becoming cluttered. Stand back, take a look. Maybe you need to take some items out. Oh, it's a real sun trap.
It's only when you come out here that you really appreciate that river, the dense forestry that we're in. What I love as well is that this is a covered veranda, so other rooms in the house open up onto it. I mean, do you imagine what this place would be like at night? It is a sacred garden. I think it's amazing.
Lovely, cozy sitting room. Got the great view again with the doors out to the veranda, which is fantastic.
Loads of throws in this room, loads of colour, loads of different textures. I think it really works. I quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's much more successful in here. I mean, you do have a lot of throws and colours and cushions, but this is a really warm, cozy space. It's a much smaller space. The other room is a sunroom. I think it should feel lighter and brighter.
Yeah.
I think it's much better in here.
What a lovely bedroom. I just love the proportion and the simplicity, just a white here, and I'm relying on the furniture to give that colour.
And there's the favourite spot. I can just imagine sitting out there having my breakfast.
In terms of style, it's very consistent with what we've seen. I mean, this is kind of exactly what I was expecting.
Is it enough that it's consistent?
Consistency is an important issue that we should be looking at. When we see it across a house, top to bottom, it's generally a good thing.
I think this house has much more than consistency. It has authenticity. And that comes through in the outside and, more importantly, in the inside of this house.
The owners have created a perfect, idyllic country cottage with a consistent style throughout, and they've done that with honesty and integrity. But what I'm happiest about is that architecturally they've got the layout spot on. I'm giving it an 8.
I loved walking in and the feeling of openness and airiness, a beautiful, bright, welcoming space. It's clear the owners love living here and really embrace country life, and I really respect that. I would have liked an added layer of some contemporary pieces. I'm giving this house a 7.
The owner's interpretation and attention to detail in the construction of this Riverside cottage is just amazing. I love going inside, the colour palette, and I love the personal effects of this house, which gave it a real sense of being a great home.
The third home is a surprising conversion in County Galway. In 2005, Chris Deacon and Orla McCluskey bought a deconsecrated church and embarked on an ambitious renovation project.
We do both have a passion for old buildings, but it's not a very sensible interest to have.
So when we bought it, it was what you'd call derelict. The inside, it was just dead crows and rubble. That's all we had.
Renovating it was effectively like building a brand new house, except you had the constraints of 4 walls and the fact that the building was listed.
It's new everything really, apart from
The 4 walls.
The 4 walls, yeah. And that was one of the conditions as well, that everything you did has to be reversible.
You come to this building in 100 years and you can tell when the changes were made. The idea behind the double house bit was that, you know, the building would retain that feeling of being a church.
One of the big advantages of living in a church is that you've got your own private tower. So it's a small room, but there's 4 big windows. It's nice and bright, and it's a lovely place to come and get away from it all. I remember one guy delivering a washing machine and a dryer, I think, and he was completely spooked by the fact that somebody was going to live in a church with a graveyard out the back.
This is it. I think we have a church conversion.
This will be interesting because I think they can be very tricky spaces.
It's a lovely little building placed on top of the hill. And what's even nicer is you have your own graveyard.
What more do you want?
Lovely
nice.
colours and tones, really welcoming.
Wow, I love the light fittings. Aren't they fabulous up into the space? It's a lovely feeling in the room, isn't there? Sometimes church conversions can feel very cold, but this has kind of a cosy feeling to it, doesn't it?
These buildings were never designed to be lived in, so you're really taking on a challenge right from the outset.
Because you have obviously this one big space, and the challenge is how do you introduce other rooms into that? I think they've done it very well with the mezzanine because while it's in the space, it doesn't interfere with the nice big volume. That feels like a different space. But what's great is that they're all interconnected.
They could have put a wall there and made it 2 separate spaces, which wouldn't have worked as well. And I think the way that they have resolved this and left it open so that you're pulling all of this volume into that space actually works really, really well. If I was really going to nitpick, I would say I do wish that all of the artwork wasn't of their dogs. It's a very dominant theme of dogs.
They're on 4, 5, 6 walls. I think they are kind of dominating the space. It's a bit too much for me.
I think it's great. I think their personality comes out and their love of their animals. Paintings are terrific.
They're beautiful paintings. But my issue is that we have a dog and we have a dog and we have a dog and there is nothing else.
It's kind of reached the saturation point when there's so many of them.
I totally disagree with both of you because I actually think it's exceptionally restrained. And we have the favourite spot in the house.
This great big sofa.
I love the openness of the fireplace.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. I love it. I love that you can see all the way through to what looks like the kitchen.
It's great.
Wow.
Cozy.
Lovely kitchen.
In terms of its layout and its function, you know, it's probably exactly how I would have done it. I'm really pleased that it's in keeping with the style of everything else and they haven't gone too contemporary. It is a small kitchen, but it sits very comfortably in the space. It doesn't dominate the room.
I love what they've done there, actually, where they've sloped the ceiling up so that to the natural break in the window rather than cutting the window off at an awkward point.
The old saying, less is more. And that's what this restoration is about. It's understanding what they were about in doing the restoration and carrying it out absolutely flawlessly.
Wow. Imagine having a tower in your home. It's
I know.
fantastic.
What is it? A couple of meters each way. So the fact that they've just used it, they've put some window seats in, it's a lookout point you see everywhere, you know, it's cool.
Now we're on the balcony. I'm disappointed with this space, particularly from downstairs when you look up here. What is the purpose of this, having put it in?
Just when I wanted to see a big kind of cozy chair, something to swallow you up and have a book and enjoy the space, we haven't got that. It doesn't really look used.
I think the function of this space is just that it's the bird's eye view. You're up in the volume. I love the lights and the fact that they've brought in some contemporary pieces, and I think that is fantastic.
It's interesting from up here. What this shows is the space is quite bare.
It looks like it needs something else to bring it to life.
Master bedroom.
One of the issues with the conversion is the windows. And you do have this issue that the windows end up being low within the bedroom. However, they've introduced the roof lights, so you do get in the natural light coming in. I think that the tone in this room is very nice.
I'm just a little bit disappointed in this room. There's lots of different pieces. None of it really bears any relationship with each other. It's all just kind of been placed.
But in the overall context, you have to admire these people for taking on the restoration of a church.
Absolutely.
And the way they've handled it and done it, I think, is really, really terrific.
I agree that the way that they've handled the restoration is fantastic. But for me, there are just some elements of the decor that I feel could have been handled maybe a bit better.
The homeowners have done a great job with this restoration project, and there are lots of really thoughtful details throughout. However, I would have liked to have seen the bravery that they applied to the restoration carried through into the interior of the home. I'm giving this home a 7.
I'm in awe of the owner's commitment to the restoration and conversion of this 19th century church into a unique home. My only reservation was around the furniture because it was a bit minimalist. I give this home an 8.
Church conversions are notoriously difficult projects. The owners here will have faced huge challenges in doing this, so its success is a real testament to their hard work, their commitment, but ultimately their vision, which was to fall in love with this old church and bring it back to life as their home.
Now that the judges have viewed all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, the suburban semi-D, where Helen held back her score.
So this house just had oodles of personality, and I really, really loved this home, and I gave it a 9.
Wow.
It really is a big score.
Yeah, but I just thought it was fantastic. A 9, an 8, and a 7 is a total of 24.
Next, Hugh reveals what he gave the River Cottage.
The attention to detail to create a riverside cottage in this location was just amazing. I gave it an 8.
Same as me, an 8.
2 8s and a 7 is a total score of 23.
It's a good score, but I would have hoped for something a bit better.
I think taking the whole house into consideration, it's a fair score.
But we now have a lead.
We do.
And finally, Declan reveals what he gave the renovated church.
These are hugely difficult projects to take on, loads of challenges for the homeowners, but I think they resolved it really well. I thought it was a magical little place, and I gave it an 8.
7 and an 8 and an 8 is a total score of 23. We have our winner. I'm delighted. The 70s house. When you went inside, it was just a wonderland and so much personality and commitment. I'm really delighted this house is in the final.
Kind of feel like I have one up in the boys this week with my favourite house through to the final.
Helen's a bit smug, but don't worry, I'll get her back.
So the 4th home through to the final is our semi-detached home in Kildare. Next week, the search continues for Home of the Year. What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. In the series so far, the judges have travelled the country, finding extraordinary homes worthy of a place in the final. Making the tough decisions are interior design legend Hugh Wallace, architect Declan O'Donnell, and textiles and homeware designer Helen James.
We are looking for homes that have a real sense of a personal stamp.
I hate blandness. We should be controversial, make a statement about who we are.
I think if the layout of a space doesn't work, you can really feel it. Good design is all about a house that works.
Tonight, the judges will visit 3 more unique homes. Scoring them based on functionality, individuality and clever design, the home with the highest marks will earn a place in the final. But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. First to Dublin. Architects John and Francesca Ryan transformed their 1930s house into a modern family home where they live with their children, Seamus and Oliver.
When we bought the house, the layout was all over the place. There was offices downstairs and an apartment upstairs. The stairs to the apartment was kind of all in an odd position, so it needed a complete rethink.
We really wanted an open plan living space at the back, looking onto the garden with lots of light, big windows. The extension itself is actually really, really small.
We're modern architects, and in the extension of the work we did to the house, we wanted it to reflect that and to be part of the character of what we did.
We liked the idea that the room at the front was more of a cosy room. We just felt the dark colour really worked in there, and it's quite nice when you walk into the house, you kind of come through from the dark and then you see from the hall door you can see the bright. We always like to have a view right through the house. This is our favourite spot. I love eating my breakfast here, looking out at the garden that we've created through the big windows. It's a great space to hang out.
We really love living in this house.
Yes, we do really love living in this house.
The judges must now assess the home, armed only with the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Wow. What a beautiful, big, bright, airy space.
I love the size of it and the contemporary feel of the room. It's just terrific.
And I love that it's a very neutral palette on all the walls, but the artwork is really bringing in all that colour. And they've actually tied that into the textiles, which is very clever, which makes the whole room really work together.
The layout is spot on. It's effortless how you interconnect and move around the different spaces. And when you get that right, you really feel it.
And Declan, we've got your big windows.
I know I have a running obsession with windows, but that's a premium investment. And you can see the benefit of when you put it in, because when you come into this space, it's just drawing the garden right into the room.
Declan got his big windows, sliding door. I think he might be happy now for a few days.
There's lots of reflective surfaces, highly polished countertop, and executed beautifully. I mean, these little details like the mitered corners just is that extra layer of precision.
There is fine detail everywhere in this kitchen, but it's a very clinical kitchen, both how it's laid out with the island over here, everything in one plane over this side. I know I'm an architect, but I have to ask the question, is it a little bit stark?
For me, it's teetering right on the edge. You know, I think the fact that this grey is a very warm grey, it has a lot of green in it, is really helping. What do you think?
I love the connectivity of this space. I just love the interconnection. You have beautiful light fittings. This is about design and the eye. For me, I think I'd be afraid to put my coffee cup down.
I think it's really practical and really functional, so I think it really works.
And here we have the favourite spot.
It's probably the brightest corner of the house, loads of sunlight all day long. And I love that they've actually gotten the artificial lighting right. It's down, it's actually below our own eye level, and that's how you light a dining room table properly. This is a great little space because they've opened it up to the hallway, so the hallway feels big and open. They've made use of it, functional little space for a study. This is a really clever little piece of design.
I love the little detail that you can see right through the bookshelf into the other space.
I think the bookcase works. However, when you look through, you can see that sunlight coming in. And it was a pity that the bookcase isn't at the same angle as the staircase, and this space would have been just so much brighter. The consistency of design detail in a contemporary home is critical. Everything has to work together. The floors, the furniture, the lighting, and that has to be perfect. If it's not, it's flawed.
Wow. I love that this room is in complete contrast to where we've come from. I mean, they've painted the walls this dark charcoal grey and they've really gone for it. And I love that they've carried that through to the shelves and some of the furniture. I think it really works.
Yes, this is a north-facing room. It's never going to get any direct sunlight, but rather than fight against it, they've just embraced it. They've painted it a dark colour.
I just feel when I come into this room, it shrunk. I think that the furniture for me personally doesn't work, and I think it may well work at night. But during the daytime, this isn't somewhere where you're going to be.
I think with the pop of terracotta, it really works. I really like it.
I agree. I think it's a nighttime room. Actually, don't have a problem with the sofa.
Notwithstanding the colour of this room, there's a design ethos and confidence which I think is just lacking in this room.
But you can't disregard the colour because that really is the point of the room.
My issue here is that the detail that was so important to us elsewhere in the house isn't in this room.
Guys, we're going to agree to disagree.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
I think from a functional point of view, it works. I think the duvet cover and the little bit of texture is really nice, and this throw, I just love. The wallpaper, I don't think was necessary in this room.
I think it's a functional bedroom, not getting the same feeling that I was getting downstairs.
I actually think it's just the wallpaper here is so strong.
The secret door.
Into a lovely little ensuite.
Simple, crisp, well detailed, all it has to be.
Yeah, there's nothing superfluous here. It's just really simple, beautifully detailed, great space.
The home will now be marked out of 10. One score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
Clever design is so important to me in this competition, and I've seen real evidence of it being championed in this home. The result is that it feels complete and resolved, which brings a really nice calmness to the space. I'm giving it an 8.
There's a real display of a keen design sense here, with some lovely use of materials that add layers of texture and colour. This is a comfortable, considered and contemporary home. I'm giving it an 8.
The renovation of this Edwardian style house into a contemporary home shows these owners have a great understanding of good design. However, I feel there were a number of design details which were missed in this home.
Next up, architect Patty O'Neill lives in a thatched cottage in Tipperary. With a passion and flair for historic restorations, her home has become a real labour of love.
I bought the cottage about 2 years ago. Basically, the garden was totally overgrown. Big trees, apple trees, a whole mix, and it was magical. It was the garden and the house, but I knew the house would be a lot of work, so I was a bit scared of the house. Being an architect, for me, the daunting thing wasn't the actual layout. I managed to work that out pretty early on. The daunting thing was the work. My priorities were to get rid of the cement, and the cement was everywhere. We took away approximately 50 to 55 tons of cement. My approach to conservation would be to adapt it to modern life, but be very respectful. All the stonework was repaired and all the floors are replaced with linecrete. So this window we discovered during the restoration works, and within it, on the walls, we discovered that the wallpaper hand-printed, showing the love and care that would have gone into this home. I feel I've come home now, and I've created this second skin. But I wonder, what happens now when you have such a comfortable home? Does life change? We'll see.
It's great to be back in the Irish countryside.
Isn't it lovely?
What a fantastic view in those rolling hills.
Gorgeous. Isn't that cute?
What a pretty little cottage. Different to the other one we've seen because the stone is exposed, still whitewashed.
There's real unmistakable charm with these cottages, isn't there? Every time I see that thatch, the depth of it and the texture and the detail, it's just so unique.
It looks like a postcard, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just?
Shall we go inside? Wow, what a surprise. I wasn't expecting this. I think it feels quite modern. It almost has a Scandinavian feel to it, doesn't it? Quite simple, and the bold red, the modern paintings. I think it really works.
I just loved that opening and the view down to that other room and all that light coming in. I think the way it's been restored is very respectful.
So great to see that original fireplace still here. It's the guts of 200 years old, you know?
I'm looking for the hooks where my granny used to put the bacon to smoke it. Look, they're there.
Hugh was travelling down memory lane again. Even the hooks that have been used on the wall to hang your coat on, really simple. I think this homeowner has a great eye.
In a restoration project like this, it is all about the small details because that's where the real character of the building lies.
You can really see where this building and this building have been linked. They've just left it there raw. I think that's a very respectful way of doing it because it still looks like two distinct buildings from the outside, which means the thatch line that goes all the way around the original cottage isn't broken or interrupted.
I just think it's really lovely to have the story of this house exposed like that.
We're all smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, great space.
I love this big picture window.
By actually inserting that huge piece of glass, you're flooding it with natural light. It feels 2-3 times the size, really effective. You're bringing that outdoor space right in.
I just love this kitchen. I love the fact that it's freestanding. There's no top cabinets, which I think works really well. Very respectful again to the space. This, I think, is actually my favourite kitchen in this competition so far. It's so bright and functional. I just love it.
I'm actually shocked.
Really?
Yeah, because there's some elements of this kitchen I don't like. I don't like the fact there's no splashback. I think that the openness under the kitchen visually is correct, but from dirt flying under it, it's just very difficult to clean.
You just get a brush under the cabinets for the buckets of dirt, and you have a little lip there on your countertop so nothing falls over. I think it's really functional.
I'm not sure when the last time you had a sweeping brush in your hand, Hugh, but in terms of respecting the building that's here, I think they've hit a nice balance here of respecting what's here, but still putting in a kitchen that is actually really cool as well.
Oh, here we have the favourite spot. What a lovely place to sit. Somebody passed me my needlepoint.
Because of the evening sun, you get that elongated view down to the lake and the hills. It shows you how successful this big window is in this space. You know we love our secret doors.
I know.
Charming little room, isn't it?
Yeah.
The immediate thing that hits you is that there's a completely different feeling because of the colour.
Yeah, I love the blue, and I love the little detail that they've carried that blue through to that little nook there. That's really clever and creative. It almost looks like it's lit up.
Looks like ice, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I just love some rugs on the floor. I just question, you know, whether you get out of bed in the morning, the functionality of being this floor. I'd love something softer under my foot.
I could have brought one of those sheepskin rugs in there to protect Hugh's delicate little feet.
I can't help myself. I like my creature comforts. I love this yellow. The fact that she's kept the wallpaper is just terrific. I think that's so sympathetic in what's going on here.
What really stood out for me in this home is the owners have respected the original details and are proud to show the history here. They have also managed to make it feel really modern, bringing it right up into the 21st century through their use of furniture and accessories. I'm giving it a 9.
The authenticity of the materials and the modesty in the decor and furniture is so in keeping with the aesthetics of these cottages. I really loved it. I give this home an 8.
This house is a love story between two old buildings and how they've come together. If you live in a cottage like this, you have to understand it and respect it and allow it to lead you in the design decisions that you make. The owner here has done that, and when they have made changes, they've done so in a really sympathetic way, and that makes it a beautiful restoration.
The third home is on the south coast of Dublin. Art school graduate Sarah Tompkin has created a unique, colourful family home.
I live in the house with my 4 male children and my husband, and I had to have some femininity around the place, and I decided to paint the outside of the house pink, and we called it the Pink House, and the children were furious. And my husband particularly would have preferred everything to be beige, and we tend to have to wait till he goes away before we start doing things in the house. He's been nice about all of it except for the pool table. One year I painted his pool table pink and put some flowers on it. He hasn't played pool since. He never forgave me for that one, but the rest of it he's forgiven me for. I find colour very joyous, and I love to put 2 colours beside each other because then they tend to sing with each other. There is not one single bit of white anywhere in this house. That's the rule, and I try not to match things. I'm really glad that we're in this competition because I think it gives you an alternative to the kind of design-conscious, you know, high-end, architecty white spaces that one tends to see a lot. And the whole point of this house is it's just about fun.
This is our favourite spot in the house. Because we swing on the swing and then we go over the table and bang into all the chairs. We really annoy our mum Sarah.
I
think the kids really enjoy the house. I mean, I found them occasionally, and they'll kill me for saying this, giving their friends a tour.
Robert, my friend, actually describes it as the perfect house to flake in.
I come up here to escape all the boys, and I light the stove, curl up on the sofa and look out at the view. I don't think this house is going to be particularly popular with the judges because it breaks a lot of rules, and in some places it doesn't work, and who cares? I mean, I like it. It's not about a look. It's about enjoying it.
What a great location down a leafy lane.
The pink house.
Isn't that fun?
It's a cute little bungalow.
Yeah.
Shall we go in?
Oh, wow.
Real holiday feel to this, isn't it? I just love the timber ceiling.
I said it was a small bungalow from the outside, but huge room, great big kitchen, perfectly laid out. And this big dining room table, easily going to fit 12 people at any given time with tons of colour, tons of personality. I was not expecting this.
There's so much to take in, actually, isn't there? Your eyes are just soaking it all up.
It's sort of a cacophony of colour.
Isn't it?
It's just wonderful. You've all this different furniture and colour and texture. It's just terrific. And not only that, but it's their favourite spot.
That is so much fun.
Huh?
I'm definitely going for a swing.
Yeah. And you get there now, Helen.
Do you want to push?
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, what a great kitchen space. Love the pink agate.
Isn't it just terrific? I just love these tiles. That aquamarine, they're all hand-painted. And it's that feel that comes through this house, that it's very casual, but it's thought about. So that's a thread that takes us on our journey through this house.
I have to say, I think the roof lights are doing a really important job in terms of lighting the kitchen, because otherwise I think the kitchen would have been actually quite a dark space. So I think that's working really well. However, there is a very small window there. There's an opportunity there with an amazing sea view, and we don't have it. And for me, that's an opportunity missed.
It's no surprise that Declan found the only small window in the space.
The window is fine because it's like a vignette. It's not everything. I can see everything from here.
But it would have been nice while you were cooking to be able to look out and see that incredible view.
I've loads of views of the sea, Helen, from here. And in fact, what I actually want to do when I'm cooking is I want to concentrate on the cooking.
See, I'm a woman, so I can multitask and I can actually cook and take in the view at the same time.
No, I'm not sure, but I think this might be a kid's room.
You could be right. What a fantastic playroom, that great pool table, the boat here. Really works for the kids. And I just love the hairy light.
I love that they've really taken the kids into consideration. It just really feels like a home. Give it a go.
Will I take it?
Come on.
Go on then. Oh, it swings.
Woo!
All right. Oh.
I don't understand why more people don't use colour in their homes. It's such an easy thing to do, and it can really change a space. It can open it up, it can lift your mood, and it can really create impact.
I felt very comfortable and happy in this home because of the way they'd use colour. It's all just joyous, actually.
Woo!
What an amazing room. Gosh.
And 2 disco balls.
This is really party central beach. For me, actually, this is the best family home in terms of the style and everything that I've seen in the competition.
While I've enjoyed the style so far, I think my only point is, and it might be a personal thing for me in terms of my own style, but now I'm just finding it a little bit much.
I think it's a smaller space and I just think there's too much in it.
I just think you're both wrong. I think this is a great family home, you know, coming in off the beach, sand on my feet, it's not precious, comfortable, warm. I think the owners here have been very clever in their use of colour. What they've done is you have a background of neutral colours, the walls, floors and ceilings, and they've relied on the furniture and the texture and the fabrics to give you that lift.
This house is all about fun and family, and that gives it a really warm and relaxed feeling throughout. But what I really loved is the fact that you can't design a home like this. Nobody can. This place has evolved and grown with the family over the years who live here, and that's what makes it so unique. I'm giving it an 8.
We have what I'm looking for in the competition. Great design, creativity, great functionality, and individuality, which all come together to create a super family home. I give it a 9.
There's great personality on show in this home. I really admire the homeowner's bold use of colour and pattern, which has been applied with great skill. There's a real sense of wonder and humour, but it still functions really well. This is a great family home.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see which one will come out on top. First, the contemporary family home where Hugh held back his score.
I just love coming up to this Edwardian style home, seeing the renovation and extension that had taken place in this house, which was so contemporary and modern. However, there were a few design opportunities missed in this house, and I gave it a 7.
8, an 8, and a 7 is a total of 23.
Next, Declan reveals what he gave the Thatch Cottage.
There's a real story here between these 2 really old, beautiful buildings and how they were brought together and the simplicity at which that was done. All about outdoor living, all about country living, just a great place to be, and I give it an 8.
8, an 8, and a 9 is a total of 25.
That's a big score, and I think that's a great score for that house.
And finally, Helen reveals what she gave the pink house beside the sea.
This was really a true family home that's being enjoyed, and that's what really came across to me. And I gave this home a 9.
Great score.
2 9s and an 8, total of 26. We have our winner.
We do indeed, and what a great house.
So the penultimate home through to the final is the pink house on the south coast of Dublin.
I'm just delighted this unique house has made it to the final.
Yeah, and I was up against some seriously stiff competition this week. This cottage renovation, I can't believe it's not in the final. It just goes to show how high the standard is.
We've got some really great homes. This is shaping up to be a very tough final.
Can't wait to see what's coming up.
Next week, the judges visit the last 3 homes vying for the title of Home of the Year.